All right, guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today's exciting because we're finally going to get the Explorer ST on the dyno. We're kind of a Ford family. I'm missing a couple of them too, but let's see if this will start on E85 today. It's about 20 degrees. It didn't start. Not only that, it honked at me and told me it was pissed off. So we're gonna have to get in and finesse it a little bit. All right, so we are definitely late to our appointment. We are actually going back to El Paso and getting back on the dyno. We changed some things up with the fuel system, so we're actually testing out the Nostrum Stage 3 stuff at the moment. I like to test all the different options. I like to be able to tune all the different options and offer what I can to you guys. And so, you know, the best thing I could do is test it on my own vehicle. So that's what we're doing. We made 600 horsepower last time, but we were out of fuel, if you guys remember. So this time I'm hoping to make over 600. So let's see what happens. So today's actually a different day. It's actually a different week. We left the dyno a couple weeks ago. We've been ripping it around. We actually took a 1,000-mile road trip. So we actually have the dog beds back here, as you can see. We take the dogs with us, they travel with us. So we're about to do some more traveling. We're gonna head back to Arizona and we're gonna take the ST. So I'm actually gonna remove the dog beds from the car right now, put the seats back in, and then head back over to Arizona. I did wanna talk about a few things though, because believe it or not, it's been a year that we've been in this platform. And we've had some pretty major accomplishments. So let's get moving on this. Looks good, sounds good. Thermal 3-inch exhaust. So we're first gonna talk about some of the accomplishments that we've had in 2024 and going on into 2025. You guys saw like 10 days into the platform, we ended up running 11s, almost right off the bat, so that was cool. One of our longtime customers, Gary, in the middle of summer actually, he ran an 11.9 on our 93 map. Now he was changing files, so he went from E50 to 93, so he had a little bit of ethanol in. I wanna say it was between 18% and 20%, something like that, but he ran an 11.9 on our 93 octane tune. Now Gary has an intake, he's got downpipes, he's got an intercooler, and knocked off an 11.9. So I'll throw the draggy chart here. And then he proceeded to run an 11.5 just a couple months ago, or a couple weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. A couple weeks ago. So he ran 11.5 on our stage 2 map. We got our customer Jason, who's out on the East Coast. He ended up running an 11.9 stock. So I don't believe he had any mods. He may have done some suspension stuff, or he might have had a filter, but you know, not gonna have power. So he ran an 11.9 on our E50 tune. Then we had, what else? Neil, right?
Neil, yeah.
So Neil, he's a good dude and he likes to race his car. So Neil and I have been going back and forth for weeks. You know, he's been asking me questions. I've been asking him questions, asking him how he's launching. And he's been going out a lot, you know, trying to dial in his 60 foot. And it's funny because when you first started, as you know, you start anything, it's really, really frustrating to do what you know you can do, but you aren't able to start. And so, you know, multiple back and forth with him and I know a couple times he was frustrated, but Neil actually ended up knocking off an 11.3 on our Stage 2 tune.
30, 60, quarter mile,
and he's running E40. I think his blend is E38, E40, something like that. And he ran an 11.3. And this is just after a short year on stock turbos on our tuning. You know, so that's a huge accomplishment. That's about, actually it's over 2 seconds off of the stock draggy for the stock turbo cars in just a year. So we're expecting some big things in 2025. You know, there's a lot of people that are going fast now, which is good, because up until this point, people really weren't going fast. Up until last year, I think mid 11s was about it for stock turbos. I think there was a couple low 11 cars, but that's it. And so it's just good to see the different competition now that's in the platform. It's good to see that suddenly people are going faster now, where they hadn't been, you know, in the previous 2 or 3 years. It's nice to see the platform and the community moving forward. You know, it's not cool when things are stale or it's the same stuff over and over again, but to see new devices come out, to see new options come out, to see these options get faster and faster, really, you know, says a lot, and it really does move the platform and the community forward. So that's what we focus on. You know, we want to provide value. We want to add value to the community, and so that's our focus. So that's what we'll continue to do. But 2025 is going to be a big year for us. We've got our own car that's going to be going under the knife with a transmission. We've got several customers now that are going to be going big turbo. So we're expecting a lot of low 11, high 10 passes. But we'll see. Time will tell, right? It's only been a year, so it's been a good one though. So if you guys remember back, we bought this car brand new, late 2023, and we tuned it almost immediately. I think we had like 50 miles, something like that, 40 miles on the car. We now have 12,650 miles on this car. So 12,600 of those miles have been tuned, and probably over half of that has been at 600 horsepower. So these cars are holding up well. My goal, again, is to show you guys what safe power is, to prove that safe power on my car before I push it out to you guys. And that's what we do. So when people ask us what safe power is, I put out a vlog last week, but I'm here to show you what it is too, as far as regards our own vehicles. To highlight what we have currently, it is the CRP Stage 5 turbos. We have the Nostrum Stage 3 fuel kit, which includes the Stage 3 injectors, the high pressure fuel pump. We have the FinFab V1 intake. We have the CVF intercooler and the catted SPD downpipes. And you guys can see from what we've got how effective it really is. And so we still have more to go. We still have the springs to put on the turbos to make a little bit more boost. Where boost falls off at higher altitude, we'll end up doing that here probably within the next month or so. But the first thing we're going to do is pull the transmission and get the transmission built. I will probably be back to you guys with an update as regards how this is running, but also how the transmission is doing. I'm going to continue to put miles on it. I'm going to continue to be there for you guys in the community. Anytime you guys have questions, I'm here to answer them. If you guys want to talk on the phone, I'm here to answer your phone calls. But whatever you guys need, just let me know. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.